once you get your rolls set, when you start setting them, you want to make sure that your bearing bar is square, straight up and down, or close to square. Here we're really close to square, so we know we're good. And then next step is, now that you're square and you get everything roughly set, make sure your measurement from your back of your eccentric to the front of your bar, make sure that distance there is going to be the same on both sides of your top, and you'll do the same thing on bottom. Keep your bottoms the same and your tops the same. Then you also want to double check your spring tension. Your pushback spring, which is this spring here, should always be tensioned to 4.5. Your rear bearing spring should also be 4.5 to the back of the spring washer. And your fine adjust spring should be 4 3/4. Once you get all them set properly, make sure all your lock nuts are locked together. If they're not, double check them all and lock them together properly. Once you've done that on both sides, it's now time to check tram. We've done parallel, which is your rolls like this. Now tram is your rolls like this, so we want to make sure our rolls are straight back and forth. So we use a digital level for checking our tram width, and we'll want to shoot for 0, which in this case we are at 0. But to change it from 0, what you'll want to do is you'll break loose your back bearing bolts. If you have to adjust it, break loose your back bearing bolts, and using 2 1/8" wrenches, and then you'll come underneath your bearing. There's a 1/2 inch bolt which requires a 3/4 inch wrench. If you loosen that bolt, that will in turn raise your bearing, which if you watch as I wrench up, it should change my level. Now I'm going to go back down. I'm going to find my 0 again. Now that I'm at 0, now I can tighten up my bearing bolts, and now it's tram. Make sure and get your bearing bolts really tight. Once you're tram, you'll then want to take and tighten your dust shield holder. We left it loose in an earlier step. What I like to do is take a wrench and press the holder against the mill frame, and then tighten the dust shield holder bolt, and that'll now lock your dust shield in place.